So let's talk about loading ladders on top of our vehicles. There are some specific steps that you want to take to make sure that you do this efficiently and safely and easily while protecting yourself and the vehicle. We're also going to talk about fastening the ladders to the ladder racks in a secure way so that they're safe to travel with. This is extremely important because if we forget to do this, or if we do it improperly, we're setting ourselves up for some major danger out on the road. So pay close attention to that part. Let's get started. So one of the keys to being able to load a ladder up on top of a vehicle, any kind of ladder rack, is where you position yourself. Now watch what happens if I do, what might seem sort of obvious, to stand here and lower the ladder down onto the ladder rack. What happens is I'm losing more and more control as the weight of the ladder gets away from me. And I'm also not going to hit the ladder rack. I'm going to hit the back of the vehicle before the ladder gets onto the ladder rack. That's going to scratch that all up, potentially cause some damage. We definitely don't want to do that. So there's a simple adjustment we can make that makes this a lot easier and gives us a lot more control of the ladder and also protects the vehicle. It's as simple as positioning ourselves between the vehicle and the ladder. And now watch how much easier this is to load. Now I can get my hand up here and I can really take a lot more of the weight of this ladder. I can lower it down, and as it starts to get more horizontal, I can just lift it up and see what the first thing is that the ladder hits. The ladder rack. It doesn't make any contact with the vehicle at all. I've had full control over it. I've been able to get my whole body, my core involved in getting the ladder up. And now, once it's on there, I can slide it into position. And we're all set. Now we're ready to secure this ladder to the ladder rack. So it's that simple. Get yourself between the vehicle and the ladder, hinge the ladder up, and allow the ladder rack to start taking some of the weight as soon as you can, and then slide it up on there. Make it a lot easier, and it's going to protect this portion of the vehicle if you're working in like a box truck or a van. So now we're ready to secure the ladder to the ladder rack. This is a really important step, so pay close attention. We use these straps called Titan straps, and they're just really strong rubber straps, and they make this process quick and easy, but it's also very safe. Now you'll notice the strap has a buckle here, and it's got a little tab, and you want that facing you and pointing up. And we do this in a specific way so that it makes this extra easy. If you just drop the pointed end of the Titan strap down over the ladder rung, loop it under the ladder rack itself. That's really important. You've got to loop it completely under, and you can drop the buckle down through the other side. So now we've created a loop going all the way over the ladder, under the ladder rack bar, and then back up through. And now all we need to do is close the loop. So we simply thread the pointed end up through that buckle there. And if you position the buckle sort of near the top of the whole setup here, that allows you to get a little bit of your weight on the strap, and you can pull down, and these little holes here are for that little buckle. And so you just pull down until you get some good tension. You let that little pin pop through one of the holes there, and now you've got a secure strap that's going to hold this ladder in place. You do one of these in the back, one of these in the front, and you're safe to travel. They're going to work really well for you. We'll come down and get a closer look at what this looks like so that you can really see in detail how you want to get these set up. So just so you can see this in a little more detail, you see we've created our loop, we've come up through, our little point here is pointing at us and pointing up, and we position the buckle up toward the top a little bit, and now I can just really pull and get some nice tension here and get it down to where it feels nice and tight, and just stretch that band so that it fits over the little pin there, and now that's nice and secure. So that's basically how we do this. Do it this way every single time. It'll be really easy and fast and very secure.